Hi everyone, welcome to Aries Ara Studio. This is Sin, and what I want to show you in this video is that there are some sketches that you could do on your own time just to help you improve your creative abilities. I find that using this form of continuous line drawing is quite handy because it helps you bring focus into what you're actually looking at, but without having to think about, oh, will this be perfect, or how will this turn out? I think that in this case, your mind is a little bit more relaxed, so your mind doesn't actually focus on certain areas that will make you kind of second guess yourself. And also with this continuous line drawing, you could be happy to use a pencil, but I decide to use a pen just because I want to feel more confident in my drawing and not having to go back and erase anything. And what I love about this continuous line drawing is that you kind of have to keep your pen on the paper. And if you feel as though you need to take it away from the paper, you can, because I know that you could relax your hand for just 1 second. But even that 1 second, I tried to put it back in that same point. So then I just continue on with where it kind of went off. The one thing about line drawing is that it helps you improve your creativity and your imagination. I know that I do a lot of line drawings. I never get certain things right. Sometimes a line is wonky or sometimes it's misplaced. But I noticed that whenever that happens, it's almost a happy mistake because you get the opportunity to fill that gap and to make it look like the way that you believe that it will look right. Even though what you see may not be exactly what you draw, but that's okay because at the end of the day, it's all about your creative imagination. And the details here, I decided to use squiggly lines in place of the woven yarn that you see on the sheet. I actually decided to make it very simple and use these squiggly lines just to portray what the material is like. And that is what's good thing about using this type of exercise, is that it'll help you gain certain styles or certain perspective of how you could portray things without actually going to the real details of what the object has. So it gives you the opportunity to just be open-minded and do what's right that will fit with what you're drawing. When I do this type of exercise, I like to do more than just one session. It's because I'm already in the moment, I'm actually enjoying myself, and I really love the challenge. The challenge for me is picking different objects that are quite opposite of each other. So in the first one, you see the sheep that is more defined and well structured. I decided to go for something more organic, even though it has a bit of structure to it because of the wood sticks. I also find that if you're a beginner and wants to start on this type of exercise, using an organic matter is quite ideal, just because when you look at the form, it's a lot more forgiving. So you could let your hands just flow and decipher how it wants to decipher without being particular in how it will look or where things go. And I find that once you start getting into that habit of that your flow of drawing things become a lot more easier. So I'm just going to flip through the pages to show you what has been achieved for the day. And also, I do like to mark my pages with the date that it has been done. The reason for this is that when I look back at it, I can see how much I've improved. And now I'm going to show you just a brief overview of some of the previous continuous line drawings that I've done for myself. And most of the time I pick objects on hand, or you could use photos if you like the challenge of doing something different, or you're finding something that you haven't achieved before that you want to take on. And sometimes I would put things together to make it a little bit more difficult so that it'll give me more initiative to challenge myself.